Welcome back to another AMC Financial Astrology Update. DD on AMC, you absolutely can't get anywhere else. You're watching a Market Moon Lord, where we merge the matrix with the stars. I'm your host, Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. And today we're going to be going over AMC's moon phase analysis, along with the star chart, some things I want to show you there. We're going to be looking at the SPY moon phase analysis to guess where it's going to go next, along with Gamestop. So if you're new here, haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button to show me some love. Now, guys, last week I called out a moonshot based upon the new moon. The moonshot is still in effect because we had such a new moon pop. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm looking forward to this full moon. But guys, look at what happened on this new moon. Okay, I was buying calls 3 days before, like I always do before new moons, full moons, over here, guys. Okay, and then on the actual new moon, literally on the first trading day, the day after the new moon, we actually popped to $16 and they dropped us. Okay, so we're still getting the new moon pops. We're still sometimes getting the full moon pops. They're just not as like they used to be back in the day. Okay, but that's strictly because they're trying to manipulate the stock, manipulate the market. Things aren't the way they were before, but eventually we're going to catch one like we did this full moon over here. Okay, and the original moon lords, we definitely caught this over here when we went to 70, because that was the eclipse and I was calling it out heavy. Now, if we look at some of the technicals around this new moon, look at how close the bands are getting. We're now trading above the VWAP on the daily. That's looking good. The MACD is slowly getting higher as far as the lines up here. All right, I want to see the lines get up above it. But we're slowly building a little bit of momentum on the MACD, even though it's starting to squeeze a little bit less to the green side. The RSI is still kind of at the neutral position. So if I pull up my indicators, guys, it still looks like we're still consolidating. Okay, I kind of said over here on this full moon, around this point, it looks like consolidation. That's cool. Hopefully we get a new moon pop. We somewhat got one, but then it was short-lived. Okay, it seems like the new moons and full moons have been a little short-lived, which I am going to start telling you guys like how I'm going to start playing it. I'm almost thinking, we got to get out of these plays earlier, and then maybe we could play the put side. Who knows, okay? Especially on GameStop when it gets those crazy rips and those crazy drops. But be on the Discord for that, guys. I'm calling out everything I think throughout the week on the Discord at the Market Moonlord. Definitely don't want to miss out there. And I appreciate anyone that's actually bringing in their own DDs in there as well, okay? Or at least food for thought. So coming into this next week, so we do Mercury just went out of retrograde, guys. I've been looking forward to that because we get a lot of moves around these Mercury retrogrades. The start of it, we hit over here right before it. Okay. This retrograde, not much happened, but you see what happened over here on these Mercury retrogrades, and you see what happened over here on these Mercury retrogrades. Okay. So potentially a big move on the Mercury retrograde, but that happened after the executive order. For the people who aren't really familiar what that means, basically, they're not going to be able to use the same collateral to keep their short positions open. All right, they had the same exact thing happen, or something very similar to this happen when we ran the first time to 70, and then they got the collateral back, and they were allowed to keep it for another 365 days. That is no longer the case. Okay, so Friday, nothing happened, but what if it starts happening next week? All right, I would probably expect it to be on the 7th, which is going to be the first quarter moon, and that's going to put us on the Thursday day. So I am going to be looking for a big move around Thursday, and I'm also I'm not going to be adding any more call positions. I already have enough until we break this $16 mark. Okay, and if we break it, I'm just gonna nibble in until we break the $17 mark, guys. I'm gonna put everything I got after we break 17. I would say 17.25. I'm going hard, all right, because then my price target is gonna be closer to like 30 up here, okay, around these ranges right here. So quarter moon is on Thursday. I'm looking forward to that. We just had the Mercury come out of retrograde. That's looking good. We're trading above the VWAP. and we have a full moon on the 17th. So most of my calls are going to be the June 17th calls. I do have a couple June 24, but I think June 17th is probably how I'm going to play it right now. And so coming into this week, if we continue to drop, we still have a line that I haven't moved at the $10 range, guys. All right. Now it looks like it wants to stay around this $13.40 range. All right. It wants to stay around there. And I'm not going to get excited for any like bullish energy until we get back above this 1340 line. But really, guys, we really need to be on this orange line because that's where we started this new moon up here, which is going to be the 1466. 1475, we can start saying things are looking bullish again. 1475. Until then, guys, there's, to me, nothing to get excited about because the 1475s put us back into the launch pad for the full moon pop. Okay, you guys with me so far on that? If you guys have been listening to the things I've been saying, you guys should be making some money on some of these plays. I know I have definitely made some money. My biggest thing is selling. All right, paying myself fast enough. Okay, because everything seems to be faster as far as the moves. Okay, we're still getting new moon, full moons pops, but they're short lived. Now I am going to want to see an increase in volume as well, and of course I want to see these things pointing out. But guys, if I pull up the weekly on here. This is the weekly chart. Okay. This was the eclipse. Look, that looks like a bottom. Okay, on that eclipse. So based on that, I am expecting more upside, not downside. I don't think we're going to drop under 980 ever again on AMC. All right, so let's check out the moon phase analysis on the SPY to get a better idea of what's happening in the overall market. Now, the SPY looks a little bit better than AMC. All right, and if I pull up the weekly on the SPY, you see that was the eclipse. So a lot of people are saying there's still going to be more downside. But me personally, this was the eclipse. This is the weekly. I think I'm having a hard time thinking we're gonna go underneath that eclipse. Okay, so a lot of people are still calling out new lows in the SPY. I am not. I'm saying we're not going to hit 380 again. And if we do, I am wrong. Okay. But basically on the SPY, the new moon started up here. Okay. Started about right there. The SPY is much closer to where it started the new moon than AMC. So the SPY is looking stronger than AMC based upon the moon phases. Now, I'm going to get really bullish on the SPY if we break 440. Okay, but it looks like we're going to test this 4-8 range again. Okay, if we break underneath that, then the next range is based on the moon phases, which is right where the VWAP is 400. Okay, so that's very, very much a possibility. Again, I'm expecting a move to the upside on the first quarter moon on the 7th. All right, so I could see something like we dip underneath that, and then by Thursday, we start shooting back up, okay? Because a lot of times the SPY will also make a move on those quarter moons, all right? Let me pull up some of the indicators. The MACD is pointing up to the upside. I like that, all right? I wanted to see the lines above above them. The RSI is pretty much exactly neutral, all right? It's pointing down, but it's at neutral. So the SPY can make any move, all right? SPY can make a serious move to the upside or a serious move to the downside. If we break 420 by the full moon, I am having a price target at around the 460 area, or full moon pop around the 460. I do think if we break 420, that is the next target. Now, one thing I want to mention to you guys, all these purple lines that I have pointed out here are the Pluto retrogrades, okay? And I went over this in another video, but the market did something interesting that is never really done on Pluto retrogrades. And that is, it went way under where it started the Pluto retrograde. All right. If you look at all these purple boxes, it doesn't really go underneath the purple boxes once the retrograde starts. But if I go to the SPY's retrograde now for the Pluto retrograde, you guys know if you watched the video I did weeks ago, Yahoo Finance covered the Pluto retrograde, is relevant, guys. All right, look at how we started the Pluto retrograde up here in this purple box, and then we dipped way underneath that retrograde. Okay, we typically don't dip that far out underneath the Pluto retrograde, so that is a major sign of weakness. But at the same time, that is going to even more further validate that we are more than likely not going to keep falling underneath this purple line, because we typically don't. And the purple starts around 408. Okay, guys. So if we do fall underneath the purple, I think we're going to get right back in there. I think it's going to be short lived. All right. So we might see 400 one more time, just to get popped right back in there. And look at all the liquid up there, okay, on the horizontal volume. Now let's check out the GameStop. And if you guys were in the Discord, you guys know I'm super hype on GameStop right now. We see a huge George W on the daily. All right, that's looking pretty awesome. And I also see a cup and handle right here on the daily. You guys know I'll do a little bit of technical analysis. This cup and handle would put us at a price target at around, let's see here, all right, so it'll put us at a price target around the high 200 or about 210. Okay, so I do think I have $200 calls. If you guys are in Discord, I did buy those the other week. But look at the daily, guys. All right, this is looking stronger than everything. It's already right there where the new moon pop was. It's pretty much right there on it. The volume's looking decent. Okay, I wouldn't call it an increase of volume, but it is somewhat of an increase of volume. The MACD is also, the line C is where I want it to be. All right, it's looking way stronger. Look at where we are in RSI. It's above neutral. Yeah. This quarter moon is on the 7th, guys. If I'm thinking GameStop is going to make the move before AMC, so I'm looking forward to June 7th on GameStop. I'm looking for a breakout on that, and then coming into the full moon, which is going to be on June 14th. I'm thinking we're going to start approaching at least this $200 or $190 range. $190 to $200 range, I think, is very possible coming into this full moon or having an actual full moon pop. Okay, so if you guys made this far in this video and haven't hit the like button, go ahead and hit the like button and show me some love. I really, truly appreciate that. If you're new here and haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you guys want to see more DD like this in the future, and check us out at the Market Moonlord Discord. A lot of great people going down there. A lot of great conversation. A lot of good DD. And it's just kind of where we go to hang out during all this crazy market price action. Now, let's check out the stars for AMC before we wrap up the video. Okay, so the first thing I want to point out is the fact, and shout out to Keith Gill in Discord. He was talking about the Saturn retrograde. Saturn just goes retrograde today, actually, as I'm recording this video. Now, Saturn deals with, when it comes to the stocks, it deals with land, livestock, farming. It also deals with like situations dealing with like the elderly or death sometimes. Now, Saturn, you know, when it starts to make an aspect of something in the chart, it definitely can play a role. But luckily for us, this retrograde isn't going to be on top of an actual direct planet, which is cool. And it's making a positive aspect to Saturn's or AMC's sun. I'm not worried about the square to the midheaven at all. Now, the sun is the company reputation. Saturn is how we build things, build reality. There's building happening. There's behind the scenes happening. To me, this is only making Adam more strategic, Adam making more power moves. I wouldn't be surprised they bring more community into AMC. It happening in the sign of Aquarius, which deals with a community. Saturn deals with the elderly. So it could have something to do where AMC may be expanding something for the elderly or a different type of population, or there could be just changes in management, changes with Adam in general. But I'm not too worried about this retrograde. It's the main point. I'm bringing that up to you guys because it's not directly hitting anything in a negative way on AMC's chart. Now, I do want to mention how Mercury is officially out of retrograde, is making an awesome trine to AMC's Venus. You guys know I like it when Mercury starts making aspects to AMC. Venus is a mover for AMC. Venus is also conjunct Pluto right now, 0 degrees. Pluto is retrograde. Guys, don't sleep on Pluto retrograde, conjunct AMC's ascendant. Venus hitting Mercury right here. We could be getting news right off the bat on Monday. This actually looks pretty sexy for news. Fast movement to AMC stock all day. And then let's look at the transiting Venus, which is right here. And she's actually doing some pretty interesting things too. She's making a 0 degree sextile to the moon and a 0 degree sextile to AMC's Pluto. So this Pluto's hitting the Venus and this Pluto's hitting the Venus. A lot of Venus, Pluto energy. Venus deals with money, relationships. Pluto does resources, power, takeovers. This is awesome. All right. Venus also does with jewelry. We talked about how, and money. So we talked about how we just got the gold mine, perfect for the Pluto, deals with investment, digging for gold, literally. Lots of transformation still happening on AMC. My gosh. And we got transiting Jupiter making a opposition to Mars. That's a surge of energy. That could also be very expansive. The transiting Mars is making a conjunction to Uranus. That's explosive energy. Square to Pluto, explosive. My gosh, this week, explosive, guys. There's a lot of red, but a lot of those reds are straight lines. All right, obstacles that turn to opportunities. So this looks super volatile. We can get choppiness. Obviously, we're probably gonna get a lot of choppiness both directions, but I'm feeling this Mars opposite Jupiter expansion, and then we have the natal Jupiter also making a nice explosion aspect to the planet of explosions, Uranus. All right, now Uranus opposite Saturn. We're trying to break ourselves into the future, kind of destroy the old structures, bring in new structures. That is looking absolutely phenomenal. If there's any legal matters, Jupiter's legal, Mars is war, fighting. We're going after that. We're in the fight. We're in the fight to win it. And that's actually, Jupiter is actually considered the luckiest planet of the actual zodiac. Okay. And then we also have a moon opposite Neptune coming into Monday, and that's awesome because moon is the people, Neptune is like Hollywood, the illusion, the deception. Okay, so there could be a lot of things coming out. I also saw something very suspicious. This transiting Neptune is making a square to AMC Sun. All right, so we could also be getting some not so much pleasant news from Adam. We could be finding something out from Adam that we weren't really expecting. That is in the cards, but no matter what, Adam's still making some power moves behind the scenes to help build and grow AMC. Okay. So guys, lots of opportunities coming into this week. Lots of opportunities for news. I still see a lot of like major moves happening, transformations happening, takeovers happening, AMC just gaining more power. There's something behind the scenes that they're still working on. It could have to deal with the relationship since it is conjunct Juno, the planet of marriage and relationships. Saturn is the planet of building. It's in the sign of Aquarius of community. So there could be something that AMC is trying to work on behind the scenes to kind of bring to the table with somebody else that I'm looking forward to. Okay. So guys, for all, we're all in this together. We all have to keep holding. We all have to keep believing. We have to believe to achieve. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for holding with me. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for watching this video. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for subscribing and liking the video. And guys, if you're still in this play, go ahead and drop some diamond hands, some diamonds, some gorillas, whatever in the comments. Don't forget to check us out, the Market Moonlord Discord. Awesome place, a lot of great people in there. I just love talking to you guys throughout the week. But guys, I'm going to be calling out the plays as I see them because I feel like, these weekly videos aren't enough. I have to keep updating what I'm seeing in the Discord. So I'm going to be trying to do more of that since everything is moving so much quicker in the market. Another thing, my hard drive is still messed up. I just brought a new hard drive. That way I can get all my... I'm going to take this hard drive apart and then put it together on the new hard drive because I think there's this part that's broken. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I used to get in trouble as a kid because I used to get my toys and take them apart because I wanted to understand how they worked inside. My dad used to hate it, but it's the Pisces things. We like to understand things on a deep level. So you guys wish me luck that I can get this hard drive working again because I oh my gosh, I got all my AMC video content in there along with so much more. Mercury retrograde got me. Thank God it's over. Hopefully the Saturn retrograde doesn't get me too, but we shall see. But anyway, I'm Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. You're watching Martial Alert, where we merge and make sure with the stars. Until next time, peace.